She like the ice on my wrist. Rollies and APs get a lid now.
Welcome back to WSU Radio, #1 college radio station all over New York City with your host, intro.kev. We had to bring him out.
Yes, sir.
We got Kid Q in the building.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You got your boy Kid Q, a.k.a. Flower Boy, a.k.a. Sauce Boy, or D in this bitch. Come on, Kev. What's good, bro?
So with you, how's life? How's everything going on?
Shit, I'm chilling right now. I feel lit. Just dropped this new song, Good Now, so I'm feeling lit. Video's going crazy right now. Song's going crazy. We just focus on the new release right now.
So speaking about Good Now, what's the inspiration behind Good Now?
Right behind Good Now was just to really focus on, like, really escaping, like, this world, really focus on everything that's good, you know, like, that's why at the end of the song I really say, like, I want everyone really to chant, like, I just count a million, you know, I want everyone really to have that dream. Some people who really gave up on themselves and feel like there's, like, that light is not there no more, like, I really just want to be that light at the end of the tunnel. So I really wrote the song really just to have people escape whatever nonsense they're in and really just fucking, like, just live, you know, have fun, you know, really just have a good little escape song to bump to and to jam to. I really like that.
Would you consider yourself a positive person?
Hell yeah, all the way, all the way, all the way.
So when a negative thing happens to you, how do you deal with it and, you know, turn it into a positive?
When something negative happens to me, for the most part, I try to, like, assess the situation, see where I went wrong in it, see where, like, my peers went wrong, if it involves my peers or any strange people or whoever's in the situation. I like to pause, assess the whole situation, and, you know, fix whatever I did wrong and try not to do it again. And if it was the other person's fault, address them, and hopefully we could build a relationship. If I can't address them, if they really don't care to fix the situation, hey, keep moving. That ass.
And what made you, you know, make a video for Good Now? What was?
I really just wanted people to see me, you know, because I feel like when you listen to my music, is one thing, you know, you're just more just like, okay, like, this is lit, blah, blah, blah. But when you see the person who's singing it, you're really just like, oh, this energetic-ass kid, I see why this song is giving me that good feeling, good vibes. So I just really wanted people just to see who I was and keep it going. Hell yeah, bro.
All right, so, you know, let's take it back to the beginning.
Let's go.
What made you want to become a rapper?
Real life, bro, I was in school. I went to College of St. Rose. I was in school studying sports management. And I had a job. My godfather would have hooked me up with a job at ESPN right away. But for the 2 years that I was there, I was just more just thinking, like, I want to do something that I really, really love. And I thought I loved sports broadcasting. I thought that was going to be lit because I'm always behind the camera. But, because I'm always in front of the camera. But I found out that half the time or majority of the time you're behind the camera. So I really just always want to be in front of the camera. I really want people just to see who I am. So I was just like, let me become a rapper. You know, I got some bars. My boys would always tell me, you know, we used to do like gay bars back in high school, some dumb shit. We used to do fucking just regular bars, you know, talking about bitches, talking about fast food, you know, just all this, you know, nothing really serious, fucking, but everyone would always jam whenever I started going, so I was like, let me try this, see what's up.
And out of all those boys, who was the first person to believe in you, actually?
My first boy to really believe in me would be, I have to shout out my boy JSDG. He's actually a platinum producer for, like, Migos and shit like that. He's the one that really got me started. I used to see his plaque of the Migos. That's when it was gold at the time. I used to always see it inside his dorm room, and I would just be like, bro, you did it, you know? And he'd be like, bro, I think you could do it. So, yeah, he's the first person to really believe in me.
What was that moment for you when you said it went from, you know, lunchroom bars to, like, actually taking it serious and stepping in the booth?
That moment, it was, like, really, like, it was actually mad surreal because, like, I didn't know how much I was going to like it. When I first stepped into the booth, the first booth I stepped in was Fast Life or Fast Lane in New York City near Times Square. It was just surreal, you know. I stepped into the booth. Shit just felt magical, bro. Like, I really just felt like this is where I was supposed to be, you know, like they would help me in a lot of things, and I'm glad. I'm very, like, patient, and I listen to people, like, you know, they help me, you know, put one ear off and one ear on the headphones while you record so you can hear yourself and also hear, you know, like, what you're doing and what you're saying. So, like, I just love this whole process. Like, I knew it was going to help me grow as a person, you know? So, like, that's why I really wanted to go all out with it.
Is that song out? Did you release the first ever song?
I did drop my first song. It's like, I got it stored away. I got that shit locked in the vault, though. Like, you'll never find it. Like, that shit's on SoundCloud somewhere underneath my other name, Kid Q with exclamation mark. It's called Good Now. I mean, no, it's not called Good Now. It's called like Good Day or some shit like that. But it's crazy that I just dropped Good Now and it's like similar to the name. But yeah, it's like Good Day or some shit like that. It's not that good, but it's very energetic.
Okay.
It's not that good at all.
When you first started rapping, was Kid Q always a name?
Yeah, actually, my mom gave me that name, Kid Q. I used to always be like, my first name I had for myself was the Kid, because I just love that kids are so positive and like I feel like they're the most honest form of human. So like I was just like, you know what, let me be that. That's what I feel like I am. So I was like, let me be the Kid. My mom said, nah, like do like Kid Q, you know, and she only did the Q because my middle name is Quinn. So she was like, do Kid Q, and I was just like, I had to sit on it. I went to work when I was working back at this place in Marinick. I went to work on it. I'm sitting on it all day. I even told some of my bosses, like, yo, you fuck with Kid Q? You think that's a lit name? Think that's a lit name? They said, nah, I like it. It flows off the tongue. So I kind of stuck with it after that.
And you have a close relationship with your mom?
Hell yeah, really close relationship with my mom. She's like my best friend. Like I can go tag a little Trishi right now and just be like, yo, mom, I just tagged the Trishi. And she's like, oh, okay, you know, like we like best friends. We like best friends for real. Hell yeah.
Right. And when you spoke about earlier that it was Kid with an exclamation point, what made you change it from the exclamation point to actual just Kid?
Like, I'm not gonna lie, it was business purposes. So like I was doing Kid Q with the exclamation mark, but a lot of people told me it was too hard for people to type with exclamation marks, so they said just change it to an I. And I was just like, like, okay, fuck it, we'll do it. If it makes it easier, you know, we'll do it. But in the future, people know me with the exclamation mark. Hell yeah.
And where are you from? Because a lot of people have a confusion of exactly where you're from.
I'm gonna rep Portchester because that's where I'm living right now. That's where I went to high school. Also, I have a lot of friends that I grew up over time, but I really moved around Westchester a lot. I never stayed in a school more than 2 years because I was always. My mom always tried to put me in Catholic schools, and at the time when I was growing up, they would always be closing down and shit. So we had to move districts just to go to Catholic schools. So like I was always moving from New Rochelle, Mount Vernon, Mamaroneck, Scarsdale, like all different areas, White Plains. But Mount Vernon and Portchester are like really where I guess I lived the most.
And being from Westchester as a rapper, do you feel like you're underrated, underappreciated? Because you know a lot of people in the New York scene only cares about the city. Not really people be tuned in Westchester. So do you feel like you're underrated because of that, or underappreciated?
I do in a small aspect. You know, just because everything is so far away. But on the other end, I really believe that if you love this shit, it's not hard. You know, like you know, so I love coming to the city. I love getting on that annoying ass train and really like promoting myself every day. So I feel like it's not hard. I feel like as long as you really want this shit, like you gonna get this shit, you know, and I really want this. So I feel like it's gonna be lit. Yeah.
And right now, for people that don't know, how would you describe your sound? Because it's not New York.
Yeah, it's definitely not New York. How would I describe my sound? I guess it's just me until we create this genre. Once I'm up, they're gonna be like, "Oh, that's the Kid Q genre." I bet you. We're gonna talk about this in like 5 years max. They're gonna be like, "What genre is it?" Oh, no, it's just Kid Q. But for right now, we'll classify it as like popish hip hop, you know, I guess like around there, like popish hip hop in a way.
Or like the LA type.
With like an LA vibe to it, you know, and then sometimes a little Atlanta vibe to it because I love Young Thug and I love 03 Greedo, which 03 Greedo's from LA and Young Thug from Atlanta. So I think that's where it mainly comes from. Hell yeah.
So besides Young Thug and 03 Greedo, who else is your inspirations?
Besides them, I'll go Wiz Khalifa, like just because his positivity, you know, everything he stands for. Snoop Dogg, Kanye West, that's like really new generation, I would say. Old generation, I would say Jimi Hendrix, Isley Brothers. I can go all the way down the line, but yeah, that's really it. Yeah.
Right. And Kanye West, when he started, you seen the whole documentary. He started with the whole little mini docu-series.
Hell yeah!
And I can compare that to your vlog series. So what made you want to become vlog your life right now?
Really just I felt like every aspect of it was like a movie. You know, like my friends would always tell me like I never wait on lines at the clubs. That's one thing I never do. I never did that. I would always tell my friends, let's just go right to the front and just say we're somebody. Let's say we're this or say we're that. So my friends would always be like, I have such like a different way of thinking, they said, bro, you have to record it. You have to go out there and just be yourself, you know? So I was just like, okay, bet, let's do it. And one of my best friends who I went to high school with, he's actually my camera guy. Shout out to Ernie. And also my main videographer, director is Monica Perez, who runs Film Junkie. And so shout out to her too, you know? Hell yeah. So we've been doing it for like 4 years strong.
How did you, build that relationship with Monica to become your full videographer?
It's actually crazy. Freaking, I was actually invited to her party. This is like 5 years ago. I was invited to a party that I really wasn't invited. My cousin was invited to. Fucking, I pulled through. I seen her energy was just lit. Everyone else's energy was lit. I just loved it. So I started just asking around, you know, like, oh, like, what do you do? I do music. I'm just starting out. She said, oh, I'm a director. I was like, oh shit, that's dope. So we started hanging out, you know, fucking, we did some earlier, music, that like, under the name, like with exclamation mark and shit like that. So you can find a lot of our earlier music videos, but it was mostly just really learning with each other, growing with each other, and really just, you know, trying to figure out how far we want to get in this and how we're going to get there.
So who approached who for her to become?
I think I approached her first, yeah, because I just kind of entered her party. So I was just like, hey, how you doing? I'm Antonio. I'm Joshua's cousin. That was my cousin that got invited, you know. And she was like, oh, hey, how you doing? My cousins are like a nerdy nerd, like a nerdy nerd. Like this dude fucking, like, he don't talk or nothing. Like, so like it was easier for me to, like, you know, fit into the squad, to like the little squad that he had, and then literally bring him in more, you know. So it was actually good that I was there. Okay. Yeah. I needed to bring him in because he's like one of those shy people that really don't know what to say. So like I always know what to say. Hell yeah.
And you got invited.
Hell yeah. I think that's the main reason he invited me, bro, to be honest.
And speaking about just the word inviting, I seen that you was into Invite Only Studios.
Yes, sir.
So how did you get part of that?
Shit, fucking, I gotta shout out my uncle for that. My uncle seen I was about to move to Atlanta. I was talking to record labels. I was talking to motherfucking, what's that shit? It's an indie record label. Whatever. I was talking to them. They were offering their services and whatnot, and I was down to go. I was down to do it, but my uncle, he was like, yo, I got the studio in the city. You don't got to move. So I was just like, okay, bet. Let's see what's up with it. He showed me the studio. He introduced me to Doc. Doc was in charge of, like, doing the whole Super Bowl this year and also some of the All-Star games. So, like, it's pretty lit to be part of this studio. So yeah, he showed me these guys. These guys were willing to work. I told them who I was. They listened to my sound, and they really were like, "Bro, I think you have something here. So let's ride with it." So I brought my producer along, who's OK. I brought my producer along. He's been learning a lot more tips from them, how to make beats better. How I've been learning how to record better, like fully, thoroughly. And we've been going strong there since like September.
All right. So what is one thing you learned now that you wish you learned when you first started?
When I first started, budgeting. You know, I feel like a lot of people go into this music shit and they don't know to put a budget towards it. You know, like to put a budget towards music videos, put a budget towards going outside, put a budget towards just this whole thing. You know, like they more just think like, oh, I'm this good, and there's nothing wrong with thinking you're like the top in the world. I think I'm the top in the world. I think everyone should have that attitude. But you got to prove it at a certain point. You know, you like there's all these people that at the top they're putting millions down. You got to figure out a way to get there so that you can put millions down and be at the top.
And speaking about music videos, how can you describe a Kid Q music video? If a fan, a supporter, or someone that just clicks on your page and they're like, you're watching a Kid Q video, how is that?
They're going to feel connected. And what I mean by connected is they're just going to feel the energy. They're going to feel welcomed. And they're going to feel like they're almost part of the whole family, this whole process. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah.
And speaking about music videos, there's one music video you did in L.A., you in a Jeep and all that.
Trap star. My mama told me, don't you trap, huh? I'm really sorry, mama. I'm a trap star. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That was done by Luzi. Shout out to Luzi. He's a director in California. And shout out to Destiny. Shout out to Claire. Those are the models in the music video, so it was dope. Right. Hell yeah.
And I always ask this question to a lot of rappers. Whenever they travel, which got better bitches, LA or New York?
I'm sorry, New York. But LA got too mad at bitches. It's just because they always naked. It's always hot out there, you know? Like, so I fuck with LA bitches, definitely.
You don't like the New York ones?
I fuck with New York bitches, but like for like 3 months they wearing these long ass trench coats and I can't see what they look like, you know? Like I'm just looking at all face and you know I love the face, but I need some body, bro.
So what are some of your red flags?
Red flags for bitches is for thotties, for treaches, I would say one, being too inclusive with too many people. Like if all my friends know you, like, and they all telling different stories, that's not good for me. And also, I guess really just not being business minded, like not having a goal set. Like I want a girl with a goal set. I don't really care how many. To me, I really don't care how many bodies you have. You know, like I feel like that's a past thing. You know, I got a lot of bodies myself. So freaking, I think I feel like it's just more like having a life, you know, like being very focused on life and very goal oriented is what I look for.
Okay.
Hell yeah. So if you ain't goal oriented, that's a red flag automatically. I'm not messing with you. Hell yeah, bro.
All right. So back to the music, back to, Portchester. Do you feel like, you having created your own lane in, Westchester and New York, do you feel like people are envious towards you, envy of you, even from your own hometown?
Actually, I'm not gonna lie. I do get a lot of support from my hometown, and a lot of love. I don't know if it's real, from I can tell for the most part it's real from a lot of people. But a lot of people, I kind of just ignore it. I kind of take everything for face value. So if you're gonna sit there and say like my shit's hot, I'm just gonna take it. I don't care what you're thinking in your head. Like even if you're thinking this guy might be whack, and even if someone does say it's whack or a thing like that, I'd rather them tell me like what they think it's whack about it, and I'll gladly change it. Hell yeah.
Are you good at, telling what fake energy is?
For the most part, hell yeah. For the most part, it's like right in my face, and I'm just like, I can't fuck with these people. For real, bro. So, usually I just feel like it comes with just like conversation. Like most people, they talking like this around me, very energetic. So once you don't match, and I could kind of tell you sitting off to the side, I'm just like, yeah, that's probably the fakest dude. Because like, we're very like nonchalant people, there's no reason not to be yourself. And
speaking about more friends, how would you describe between a day one and a real one for you?
A day one for me, one of my boys, Shawn Michaels, like a day one, I feel like you don't have to talk to all the time, like he just knows, like they know what's going on, everything like that, they know that they're there. A real one, I would say they're always there, because like there's a difference between, supporting someone and then actually like being actively supporting them, so I would say the real one's always actively supporting you and always looking out for your best interest while you're looking out for theirs.
And, supporting and, that's like reposting. Do you feel like people are obligated to repost someone's, if you're friends?
I don't feel like they're obligated. I feel like they should though. They if they really do love you, like, and if it's not a business account, if it's like just a personal account.
Yeah, like you're just friends, like.
Yeah, upload that shit on your personal account, But I'm not gonna hold it against you though. I'm not gonna hold it against you. Yeah. Some people, they just living their life. Sometimes they don't even see what you're doing. Sometimes I don't even see what some people are doing. So you just gotta just let it slide.
Yeah. Because they don't want to repost. They're like, nah, I don't want to repost it.
I don't repost it. Sometimes, like they have friends, like that I'm not friends with, so then they don't want to repost it just so that, shit's not weird, So it's just like, there's so much going on that I understand everyone's situation.
And, you said face value. A lot of people, when they look at you or, talk to you, they say you're very energetic, always happy, smiling. So what is one thing that people don't know about you that you want people to know?
I want people to know that I'm not as happy as you seem, but I do it just so that, like, even if you're not happy, like, I could really, like, like, maybe I'm just spreading that light. Because even just one person smiling, I feel like it's contagious, So I want to be that one person smiling all the time in the room. Even if I'm the hurtest person in the room, I want to be smiling just so the next person doesn't go through maybe, like, what I'm going through or something like that. Hell yeah, bro.
All right.
Hell yeah.
Right now, we're in 2022, the first quarter. What do you have in store for the rest of the year?
For the rest of the year, going to be a lot of music. I'm dropping almost, like, every 16th of every month for, like was for the rest of the
16?
year. 16 is like my special number, and also like my birthday January 16th. So like I just love 16th. My producer's birthday is December 16th, and our camera person's birthday is February 16th. So it's like 16 is just a number, So so yeah, so we're gonna drop every 16th. We have a song coming out called Slide. That's actually coming out March 16th. The video is gonna come out March 18th. And yeah, and then after that, we're going to just really just keep it pushing,
Right.
Hell yeah, bro. We're going to start looking. We're going to have a little tour in the summer. We're gonna have like a 6-show tour. That's what we're working on right now. Talking like to SOBs, talking to places in Florida, places in Atlanta, and we're gonna see how that shit goes and really just go crazy.
And more about the future. This is my last question. I always ask this question to everyone that comes here. What type of legacy do you want to have with the name Kid Q? When people bring it up, your name in the future. I know you spoke a little bit about it with the whole genre thing, but what else would you want to be remembered as?
I just want to be remembered as the kid that's always smiling. So I feel like I'm doing it right now. Like the kid that's always happy, the kid that can always, when he walks into the room is lifted up. So like that's pretty much what I'm going for right now. Once I feel like I achieve that goal, once I feel like every person says that, on to the next one.
Right.
Hell yeah.
And before we head out, what do you want to say to the supporters or anyone that's tuned in?
I just want to say I love you guys. I want to say thank you. Tune in always to Kev shit. This is my man's right here. This is my brother for real. And also, like I said, tune into the music. You can follow me at Official Kid Q everywhere. And gang shit. Stay beautiful.
Thank you for coming through.
Thank you, bro. You already know.